Hey everybody, this episode of Horror Movie Night is brought to you by Stephen Bay. He didn't have anything necessary to promote, but you can follow him on Twitter at Stephen Bay Jr., all one word. So thank you, Stephen, for your donations, and we are about to talk about one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen. So strap in for Horror Movie Night. Welcome to another episode of Horror Movie Night. I am spending the night hiding out inside of the local mall. Adam just got hired there as the local Santa Claus, and Scott may have been a Nazi in the past. Who knows? We are discussing the confusing film from 1988 or 89, Elves, plural. This is important. Elves, plural, starring a single elf. This movie. So we got a request. This was we were discussing what movie we should watch for our Christmas episode.
Yes, tell me who did this to us.
Okay, so here's the funny thing about it was we were trying to figure out what movie should we do for Christmas, and in the back of my head I was like, man, we should maybe watch Elves. And I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I remembered it was pretty bad. And then around that exact same time, we got this email from a listener named Luke. He said, I started listening to your podcast a few months back when you did the Sleepaway Camp episode. It was a film I'd seen several times, but your discussion made me return to it. I had forgotten what a strange and perverse pleasure it is. Ever since then, I've wanted to suggest a film, but held back because I knew it had never been released on DVD. I've had to cherish my VHS copy for years. However, I just noticed that it is available on VHS PS. The film is 1989's Elves, starring Dan Haggerty. You might suspect, based on the box and goofy tagline, that it's a 90s-style comedy horror Christmas film a la Leprechaun. What you get is a strange, perverse, and somewhat disturbing film with a vibe I find very similar to Sleepaway Camp. I love showing it to people because I'm always met with stunned faces and confused discussions afterwards. It's an unappreciated entry in the what the fuck entry of horror filmmaking. So if you like a strange blend of Christmas, Nazis, and elf, singular, incest, cat murdering, and a stocking full of other assorted strangeness, check out this gem from Luke. And I do appreciate this. I wrote back to him when we decided we were going to do it and said, hey, Luke, let's just say that you might have a Christmas gift for you. Thanks for the email. And he goes, thanks, but I hope it ends up being a Christmas gift to everyone else as well. So
I wanted to be mad at this guy, but he straight up told us what was going to happen in the email, and we agreed to it anyways. That's our fault.
So Elves, had any of you ever heard of this movie prior, or was this like the first time?
This is my second watch.
Yeah, this was my second watch too.
I hope I don't ever have to watch it again, though.
So I remember this VHS tape from my days of walking around in horror video stores. It's a great cover. And I always almost rented it and then always read how shitty it was. So I stayed away. But then eventually when I was like perusing through VHS PS one day looking for like things to watch, to watch one day, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get Elves because it was right around Christmas time. And I think it was last Christmas I watched this. And I was like, man, this is really bad. And then I put it away on a shelf.
It was your elf on a shelf?
It was my elf on a shelf. And then I watched it yesterday right before going out to the bar to see my friend's band. And I just kept talking about this movie at the bar. I was like, it's just so weird. I don't like it.
Hey, Matt, I think this might have something to do. You might want to scale back on talking about elves if you're trying to wrangle someone at the bar, all right?
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, no, I'm dating her.
Oh shit.
But no, so Elves is just so like right out the gate. This movie is insane. Like, it starts off with these 3 teenage girls, and they're doing some type of like pagan anti-Christmas ritual.
They're the sisters of anti-Christmas.
This close relative of Unky Hanukkah. So they.
Oh, hey, it's my cousin Kwanzaa.
So yeah, they're doing this ritual. She cuts her hand open. Blood hits the ground. The ritual has nothing to do with anything. It's all just about the blood hitting that sacred ground.
Just somebody needed to bleed in that part of the woods.
But wait,
just that
she had
specific
to have
person.
the Art Deco boobs. She dreamt about them.
Yeah. It's literally just her. She is the only person that could possibly unleash this elf, which, if the grandfather was that concerned, like, fucking move. Like, it's that easy.
Go away from that wooded area.
But anyway.
Did you go out into the woods? Actually, wow, that was a way better German accent than that grandpa has the entire goddamn film.
That was pretty legit right there.
One of my blood buffet.
Blood buffet.
One of the only notes that I have for this movie is, why do we keep watching movies where little brothers spy on their sister?
Oh my god, I wrote down what he said, and she's like, you little bastard, you're spying. He's like, yeah, you've got big fucking tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody I saw.
This is one of the only cases where I'm like totally okay with the child acting. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, that's what I needed. Fuck that, it's great.
We're missing the part though where she comes back in after the half-ass ritual, and Grandpa smacks the shit out of her. Like, I feel like he smacks her for real too.
Yeah.
That was fucking insanity, man. I was like so shocked when I saw that happen. Like, oh my god. I was like, holy shit, this movie's hardcore. What the fuck?
So I had already seen the movie once before, so I was like, all right, I don't need to give this my full attention. So I put it on in the TV in my bedroom. I was like, I'm going to actually take some time to clean my room because it looked like a shithole. So I was cleaning the room, and that fucking line from the little brother came up, and I could not run to my notepad faster. It's just like
this movie demands your attention.
Like, I have to say, I've seen this movie one time before, rewatching for this episode, and I was like, I'll just breeze through it, and I was transfixed. I couldn't scrub through it because I was like, it's like a train wreck. It's like a car crash. Like, it is a disaster unfolding for fucking 100 minutes or whatever it is, and you're just
under 90. It's under 90. It just goes, and it's like, the budget for this, they must have spent all their fucking money to get Grizzly Adams to be in this movie, because it certainly didn't go into the elf budget.
Well, the thing is that the elf, I can't tell if that elf is like a person or if it's a puppet. I don't think it's either.
I think it is literally a figure, like a fucking Chucky doll. That they just move the arms when they need to, because you never see it moving. You don't see its mouth.
You also never see it all in one piece. You're right.
Yeah, like, I think that it is literally just, they built a model of this elf and just were like, all right, we need to have it walking, and then just film someone moving the feet and just had like
legs. Oh my god.
What I think is that it's an actual elf that they summoned to be in their movie.
Dude, listen, I don't think that they could find a version for this movie.
This movie, oh my god. And then, like, So, like, there's ways that you could do this movie. There's a ton of ways that you could do a movie about a killer elf and it be delightful. But somehow, the guy who was writing this movie was like, you know what the direction is that this needs to go? Nazis. I really feel like... He's like, because you know how we've read all about how Hitler and the Third Reich just loved elves. Like...
No, he's like, he probably read a goddamn book about how Hitler... He read the same book that the guy that wrote Hellboy read that was like, oh yeah, Hitler liked all this occult shit. And he's like, oh, wait, what's a cult that hasn't been talked about yet? Elves?
Elves? Is that in there?
Anybody? Elves? Elves?
Yeah, like,
elves?
The guy must have really hated Christmas because he was just putting out, it was a war on Christmas, man.
It's like the one dude in the movie's like, I like elves.
Dude. Oh, are we talking about the part where Grizzly Adams shows up to the guy carving the turkey in front of his 2 4-year-old girls?
Oh my god! That whole that was where I stopped taking notes because I was like, "Fuck this movie! What are you trying to do to me?"
Grizzly Adams is he's the Santa with a heart of gold, but he's got a drinking problem, and like
you talked about like they probably spent all their budget getting Dan Haggerty to do this. He's the worst fucking actor I've ever seen in my entire life. He's so bad.
The best part about Dan Haggerty in this movie is that he's like supposed to be a gentle giant or something, and so like they had. I think this might be the 4th or 5th film that we've watched consecutively where I'm pretty sure everything was ADR'd. Like we talked about this weeks after weeks. We've just been on a streak of really shit movies, which is fine by me because it's entertaining. But like. He comes up and he's trying to talk to the guy who runs the department store. He's just like, yeah, man, I know that you've always got openings here. And I was like, I wrote myself a note like, listen to that soft voice. It's like velvet. Give this man a fucking job. But he's, oh man, you're right. He is abysmal.
No, he's horrendous later on in this movie. He's
horrendous all the time.
Yeah, he acts like a cyborg that's just integrating into society now. Like
is he Rotor too?
Yeah, he might be Rotor. Honestly, his primary objective is to get in car chases with people.
Also, he's so cavalier about taking that guy's pin after the guy dies in a fiery car crash. He's just like derp, walks over, grabs it. Oh man, I know that we're not really following like what happens chronologically in this movie, but I don't think it even matters because this movie is so confusing and convoluted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can put this movie in as many different orders as you want. Just fucking show me like the 5th reel before the 7th reel, before the 2nd reel, and I would still be like, yeah, that seems like that's the way this was supposed to go.
Yeah, it doesn't make any goddamn sense, but I do have notes for it. Let's read these 3 notes consecutively. Why they want to be goofing on Santa. Santa said oral?
Oh my god, yeah, I wrote... That's all I have, is Santa said oral. Do you think that it's going to get...
Oral?
Yeah, like, it's not... Who in the history of dressing up as Santa was like, dude, I'm totally going to get my dick sucked?
No one ever... Wait, but third note, cat in the toilet.
This mom is she's the worst.
Yeah, no, this was upsetting. That was actually kind of mildly disturbing part of the movie.
I think that what also like makes that scene worse is that they actually have the woman playing the mom put a cat in a pillowcase and then like carry it like a... That's a real live cat. That's not a cut scene. Like, the cat's eating food, and then the woman's like, here, Agamemnon, puts it in a fucking bag and carries it away. It's very disturbing. Like, the woman who plays the mom is awful. And she's she's the only nudity in this movie, too, which is weird. Just like, is that weird to you guys?
Yeah, but her death scene is fucking hilarious.
I don't know what's funnier about that. Her shitty electrocution acting or the fact that the elf looks like it's jacking off laughing in the corner while she dies.
Can we also take a quick moment to take note of one major thing that has kind of become part of the infamy of this movie is that this movie's rated PG-13.
Wow! Child swearing, granny porn, Nazi incest, and murder.
Yeah, there's full frontal nudity in this fucking movie, and it has
It's not good full frontal, but it's there.
There's literally a scene where a woman tells a girl that her grandfather raped her. Like, what the... what? How is that? What year was this? Was this 89?
Yeah, so the PG-13 had been around for a while. Like, it wasn't this sudden thing that someone decided, hey, you know what? I hear we should do PG-13 movies. like
what? Like, okay, the MPAA?
Yeah.
Right? All right. We're probably like, oh, it's a Christmas movie. Whatever.
How bad could it be?
The answer is real bad.
But yeah, this is this is a PG-13 movie, and that to me is just stunning. That is the most stunning piece of information.
So I only really have like one or two more important notes, but one of my favorite notes is he can't arrest us. He's Santa.
He's Santa. Yes.
Yeah, and I was watching this movie with somebody, and he turned over and he looked at me, and he went, he doesn't have jurisdiction here.
This is probably, like, I feel like Adam probably had the best experience of this because I feel like this movie probably is a blast if you're watching with a group of people because there is so much to just be, like, mesmerized by.
So, do you guys think that it's damaging that I watched this movie twice alone?
Probably damaging to your psyche.
That's what I'm saying.
Your frontal lobe might be damaged.
My full frontal lobe.
So there's a point in this movie where I made this note, and this is a bit of an obscure reference, but I'm going to go for it.
I am ready.
There's a scene where the Nazis show up, and it's a shootout between the Nazis and Santa Claus in a department store, and I wrote, I just realized that this is the serious version of The Night the Reindeer Died from the movie Scrooged. Do you remember that sequence?
I've seen Scrooge twice, but it's been too long.
The opening scene of Scrooge where it's like Santa and the elves at the playhouse and all of a sudden the Russians attack and it's up to Lee Majors to come and save them. And the movie's called The Night the Reindeer Died.
This is a deep cut.
Yeah, it's a deep.
You don't remember this.
I mean, I had thought that I had a deep reference, but this is beyond. I was going to say I was going to refer to Ernest Saves Christmas when the Santa with a Heart of Gold is like, "Die, you son of a," and then he can't say "bitch" because he's such a good person, and that's why he deserves to be the new Santa.
Yeah.
But yours is way, way beyond that. Like yours is multidimensional.
Yeah. It's always been because I love the opening of Scrooge. I think Scrooge has like one of the best openings to any Christmas movie because it starts off as such a cheesy Christmas film where it's just like Santa and the elves just like playing around in the snow, and all of a sudden like an explosion goes off and a bunch of like machine gun toting people come running in, blowing up shit, and all of a sudden Lee Majors comes running into the scene. It's like. And they all go, Lee Majors! He's like, Santa, I got to make sure that you make Christmas last for the whole world. And he's like, you're going to be on the good list this year, Lee. And then it zooms out, and it's them in like a boardroom watching the movie. I was like, God, I love
Man, I miss those like, hey, it's a Christmas movie about Christmas instead of a Christmas movie that occurs on Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Ernest Saves Christmas, Scrooged. God, there are other ones too, and they're escaping me. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like that was a real fun time in the '80s.
Yeah.
This movie, though, not so much.
I don't know. I think I had quite a bit of fun.
Again, I think the more people, the more enjoyable. That's my theory, anyway.
Is that your wait? What are we talking about? Elves, or are we talking
Elves?
about
Yeah. The more people that you're watching it with, the more enjoyable the movie probably is.
Sorry, I thought that it was talking about your sexual preference.
That too. The more people, the more enjoyable. So, Jesus Christ. So,
My name's Matt Kelly, and I'm on Chat Roulette.
Chatterbait?
God, Chat Roulette. I forgot all about Chat Roulette.
How many guys did you share your wares with on Chat Roulette?
So the only time I was ever on Chat Roulette was it was at my friend's house. It was like a big party. There was a bunch of us there, and she was a puppeteer. So we were like, "Fuck it, let's just put the puppet on Chat Roulette." And like she like sat down behind the behind the bed, and had like the puppet sitting there, and we got into this weird. Like, we were, it was like dick, and then all of a sudden we got to, like, a group of random kids, like, not like kids, but, like, maybe, like, 15, 16-year-olds, who were, like, talking with the puppet, and then, like, I guess they saw her head from behind the bed for a second, and then immediately, like, went from, like, good, playful, like, 16-year-old kids just fucking around, talking to a puppet, to suddenly just like, yo, puppeteer, show us your titties! It's just like, okay, we're done with Chat Roulette.
Well, here's the most disturbing part of that story, is those 15-year-old kids must have had to click through, like, 20 fucking dicks before they got to you. Those poor bastards.
Do you remember, I'm not sure if you ever saw the videos for it, but Ben Folds used to do a thing where he would, live at the show, would just go on Chat Roulette and have it projected on a screen, and he would just sing songs about whoever was on the screen until they would, like, disconnect and change to the next person. But he had to stop doing it because of how many dicks were being projected in front of the entire audience.
I don't understand how that idea even like festered in his brain before, like, he actually went through with it multiple times, it seems.
Yeah.
And at no point we see, like, I'm probably going to be showing a lot of people a lot of penises. Like, I was on Chat Roulette one time. That's all I needed. I never would have thought, like, it would be a good idea putting someone's dick on a big screen for a bunch of people that may or may not have paid money to watch me do this.
Yeah. Anyway.
Whatever your sexual predelication, it is totally okay with me.
So, that's a top-notch word, Scott.
Predelication.
Yeah, it's all in the pronunciation of it, too. So we have a few more things that need to be said about elves before we can end this discussion. One of those things...
You mean like how we have to talk about how this was the original Nazi symbol, and then it got changed to the swastika?
I was going to talk about how one of the plot points in this fucking movie is that the main female lead finds out that her grandfather is also her father. And it is so uncomfortable. Like, the reveal of that is so drawn out, where it's like... It's almost like, in, I think it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where there's that ongoing, it cuts to just a bunch of people yelling, get on with it. It's kind of how I feel in that scene, because it's like, everyone in the fucking audience has figured out this twist now, but, like, it's still going. She's like, you've got to talk to your father. My father's dead. Your father's in the study. Grandpa's in the study. Your father's in the study. No, it's just Grandpa in the study. Father's dead. Your father's in the study. Just fucking get it over with. Explain. Like, I get it. And then she's just like, your grandfather is your father. Like, oh no.
It's so fucking bad. It's terrible. It's a terribly acted scene. It's I don't imagine that they could have done any better than what it was scripted as there, though, because it's pretty fucking terrible.
So, and then there's like, I still don't totally get how the elf was killed. Like, she threw like this thing into a hole and he exploded because of it, I guess. Like, I don't...
I thought, did she stab him with that, like, piece of something or other. I have
I don't
no
know.
idea.
Also, I didn't have subtitles on the VHS PS, but did she call the elf a faggot? Because I'm pretty sure she did.
Yes, she absolutely calls it a faggot, which is the weirdest part of this whole movie, I think. And then they had to make it weirder by doing that I don't know, some sort of like lens flare thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Where it goes out of color, it changes filters or something into like they shot the movie on Instagram and decided to throw like a weird filter over the film for a little bit. I can't think of what the word is that I'm trying to use to describe it, but yeah, she throws the thing and then it's just like this weird, like everything is the reverse of the colors. Like dark stuff is super bright and bright stuff is really dark. Yeah, this movie's so fucking weird. So goddamn weird. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're here. It's just, what do you say about elves?
Well, because the dog barking ended so abruptly that I'm like, oh no, did I get disconnected? Or did Scott just kill his dog? He put it in a pillowcase
and then grabbed the shit out of it.
Right in the toilet.
So, yeah, this movie, man. Then there's that weird closing credits where it's just like the half human, half elf fetus, and I guess that's supposed to imply that the brother didn't save her in time.
Yeah, so I guess the end of this movie is our protagonist getting raped by an elf and becoming pregnant.
There is nothing more uncomfortable than the fact that this non-mobile puppet, for lack of better word, where it's like seductive skills, is that it just shows like this plastic hand slowly raising up and down the leg of the girl, and it's like, oh god, this is so uncomfortable. It's just wide open mouth. It can't open or close.
It's always sticking fingers in its mouth or sticking its fingers in someone else's mouth.
He tries to feed her a bug to show that he's an all right guy.
The whole time I was just like, I can't masturbate to this.
Oh, fuck.
Is that because your buddy was hanging out with you, or?
Well, yeah, that too.
Hey, buddy.
Just look over there for a minute.
Do you guys got anything else to say about this fucking movie?
Done with this movie. It was fun to watch, but this is what I want to watch on this podcast. Is shit just this level of weird?
This is without a doubt probably the weirdest movie that we've watched, at least in the last season, since the summer, but probably even further back. This movie is bonkers.
I would say Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 or whatever we watched.
So a year ago. So basically, Christmas movies is where our bread and butter are.
Yeah. So wasn't there some sort of incest in
Silent Night, Deadly Night 5? Yes.
What the fuck?
The Robo Pinocchio character tries to bang his own mom.
Fuck! Yeah, that's right! Holy shit! Why is this a trend?
Alright, so I know we still haven't done What Did We Watch This Week in a long fucking time, but it is the Christmas episode, so I feel like we got to do our yearly what Christmas movie are we going to be watching this year? Get excited for Christmas. So what's your guys' go-to? I mean, I know obviously for Scott it's Gremlins. Is there another one outside of Gremlins that is your go-to?
Yeah, definitely Gremlins. I'm not. I mean, I like Christmas, but I don't love Christmas. So, I mean, Halloween is my Christmas, so I bust that nut in October. I'll watch Gremlins and I'll watch probably A Christmas Story, but I don't seek out. I probably will have to rewatch Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a decent enough movie. I will be watching, probably not the whole movie because the movie's garbage, but the first 10 minutes of Santa's Sleigh is
Oh God.
Just fucking delightful. And I actually picked up a copy of Krampus, and I still haven't seen it, so I'm probably going to watch that at some point.
Oh yeah, I'll have to watch Krampus this year. Yeah, I didn't watch it last year. Did you watch? You haven't watched it yet, right?
I haven't seen it either. I remember Adam saw it, and he wanted us to do an episode on it, and then he was kind of disappointed by it.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. It was okay. It could have been better. There was some very clear parts where you were literally sitting there like, oh, this could have been so much better.
Well, because your whole thing, I remember, was that you had no clue it was a PG-13 movie until like the second the ticket printed out, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I walked in, and it was very much so PG. It was pretty weak.
So what are you going to watch instead?
I'm gonna come across as like an emo hipster kid here, but I usually just watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Hey, it's got good songs.
It does.
Danny Elfman wrote that score in a murder house or in a murder hotel. I found out this is pretty lackluster ending to the episode. I'm sorry, we sucked all the fun out of this shit.
Well, I tell you what. I'll just to pick this son of a bitch back up. I got Flavor of Love for you.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh, I'm muting my mic, and you tell us about Flavor of Love.
All right, so I only read the first episode before, right? I didn't read my part on the second episode, did I?
No, give us episode 2.
All right, so let's do
the
episode
last thing
2.
I remember was the woman shitting herself.
Yep.
That's how episode 2 starts.
Okay.
All right, so once again, they're making fun of that girl that shit her pants. they're just ripping on her. And then they get in like a fist fight about it. And that girl like screams at all of them. But it doesn't really go anywhere. It just peters out. One of the girls back at the mansion cleans a bunch of shit. So she wins a date with Flava. Where they proceed to eat in and not go anywhere or do anything. So lucky her. Blah, blah. Here's a quote. Take your ass back to Hong Kong, unquote, blah, blah. One girl.
Back to Hong Kong? Why?
Take your ass back to Hong Kong, yeah. There's this one girl that gets super drunk, and she's all like, whatever, if Flav doesn't want me, I'll just go back to China, and I'll get an Asian boyfriend. And she just keeps saying that. A lot. So, whatever, there's an elimination ceremony. And then the girl that shit herself finally goes home because Flav literally says, like, you know, I tried to get over it, but I couldn't get over it. You shit yourself. You gotta go home. And then I noticed that the producers of this company, the studio that made it is called Mindless Entertainment. Man, oh man, they fucking live up to that. Do they ever? So I got another episode on here, but I'll save it for another time.
Well, that was Elves from 1989, as picked by Luke. It is our Christmas special, as always. But you can submit movie recommendations to us as well at hmnpodcast@gmail.com. We are about to kick off the new year. We've got, you're going to get one more episode between now and the new year, and that episode has been voted by you guys. So we're not going to say what it is because we don't know what it is at the time of this recording. But you will probably know because you voted. You let your voice be heard, and we are very excited to discuss whatever movie that is, as long as it's not what women want. So be sure to hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/HMN podcast. And also check out our Facebook page. Search out Horror Movie Night. We will be more than happy to let you become part of our little clique. Also, there's a few other places that you can check us out.
Yeah, we're also found on Twitter, but I'd like to start off by dispelling the rumor that Matthew Kelly does not know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, you can find us on Twitter at HMN Podcast.
Hello? I think
yeah.
Okay.
I know. I just my part is pretty short.
Oh boy. Well, you can also find us on soundcloud.com/horror movie night. You can also rate and review us and subscribe on iTunes and through your favorite podcast application.
Terribly spooky.
I was actually trying to go for the infomercial.
That works. But you guys have a great Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, great. Whoa.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
you guys have a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year, whatever it is that you guys celebrate. And we'll be here next week as always.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.